Right, can we have a round of applause for our second speaker of the day?
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm super excited to be here and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to talk about driving growth with prediction, incrementality and scalable strategies. I have been working with gaming clients for 6 years and I was a user acquisition manager before. And it's still fascinating to me how UA, user acquisition, has been evolved. The way we are analyzing data, the way we have access to data, everything has changed. So this is our agenda today. We will discuss, first of all, I will be touching upon overcoming these key challenges, what are these key challenges and how we can address it, what's our new game plan, and predictive analytics that's becoming an essential part of our marketing strategy. And finally, we will talk about incrementality, MMM, and how we can have this blended approach. So gaming is becoming more competitive than ever. That's the fact. With this explosion of new titles, platforms, genres, the market itself is getting crowded. And as a result of that, we are seeing rising user acquisition cost. Effective CPI for gaming nearly doubled in 2023. And we will continue seeing this increasing trend. We haven't published 2024 insights yet, but stay tuned. And we are seeing increasing pressure to prove ROI. We have this clear, measurable ROI as budgets are getting tightening and accountability is increasing. And privacy regulations reshaping data access and scan on iOS side, and it's around the corner, Google Privacy Sandbox. And ultimately, we are discovering new channels for new growth. Connected TV is one of them. In 2024, they have seen almost 20% increase in ad spend, and rewarded platforms are becoming super popular. And as you can also see, yesterday there were some sessions about rewarded platforms, and I believe you have also seen their booth outside. There are lots of players in the market. So I want to share an example with you. What's our new game plan? How we can address these key challenges, right? The example is, let's say we started working with this network A, and we see 500 installs, and everything is going well. We are seeing incredibly high ROAS, LTV, and you continue investing in that channel. And in the midterm, you are also doing incrementality test as an always-on project. And this incrementality results show that this network A was cannibalizing organic traffic on Android in the United States. And in the long term, marketing mix modeling results recommended to defund network A entirely when optimizing for installs over the next 6 months. So this is going to be our game plan. This is where we are going towards, right? But speaking of predictive analytics, where is this predictive analytics falling into in this equation? Let's talk about the power of predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is shaping the way we understand the future outcome of that specific campaign result. And there are lots of advantages starting working with this predictive metrics. It will give us this ultimate competitive advantage since we can start optimizing these campaigns from day one towards this predictive metrics. So it will help us hit ROAS targets faster, fixing measurement problems in a scaled network side. We are working with limited data. We have limited visibility over iOS campaigns. And we are investing our marketing budgets with this data-backed confidence, with this predictive metrics. And we can also segment our users based on this predicted data. And segmentation and monetization, it's also becoming super popular. That's a hot topic nowadays, right? With this predictive analytics, you can segment your users in a way that what is the possibility this user is going to trigger in-app purchases. If the chances are slim, maybe you will increase the frequency of how many ads they are seeing. So sky is the limit. And traditional scan measurement works with conversion value mapping. So it will be based on this conversion values. We are setting, in a way, majority of gaming clients, they are setting different revenue buckets in order to estimate the total revenue generated. And the reason why we are not working with actual revenue on iOS side, as Scan does not share actual revenue, we are trying to get as accurate as possible with this revenue buckets. And with this predictive analytics, what we can do here, we can completely change the game plan, and we can work with conversion value mapping. In the end, it's going to deliver predictive LTV. Let's say it's day 30 predictive LTV. We are setting up conversion values. In a way, we are predicting this value. And Scan will be sharing this long-term user behavior in the end. So that was the predictive analytics part. And the question was, where is this falling into in this equation? I would say it's one step further from attribution. This predictive analytics improving our optimization strategies, but still there is also the path towards the incrementality, how we are going to uncover this true campaign impact. So in a nutshell, incrementality is a counterfactual analysis, right? And it answers million-dollar question, what would have happened if you haven't started that campaign, if you haven't increased your marketing budget? And incrementality is becoming a gold standard nowadays to understand the true impact in a privacy-first way. And it's the blueprint for success to align our marketing investments with sustainable growth. And how do we do that? And I want to share one use case with you. That's the new campaign start. And the campaign has been active for 4 weeks, and the target event in-app purchases. So we are targeting in-app purchases. And the campaign result shows that 10% increase in in-app purchases. But the key questions are, what would have happened if you didn't run this campaign in the first place? Would you have seen less than 10%, or would you have hit 10% anyway? Or what would have happened if you run this campaign for only 2 weeks instead of 4 weeks? Have you seen this 10% increase more or less? So incrementality is building foundation for scale. It's demonstrating marketing strategy effectiveness if they are bringing genuine ROI, right? And there are several different ways doing incrementality analysis. The way we are doing this, we are working with synthetic control groups, which we believe it might be a better approach because control groups might not be feasible every time. If you would like to exclude this control group from the entire campaign, it might also increase your bids, right? But we can discuss later if you wanna. We do not have enough time to get into details, but if you would like to have a conversation, we have a booth. Booth number is G20, so if you want to have a conversation, please stop by. We are on the 2nd floor. So here, we are trying to find out the difference between actual data and predicted data. And we're seeing 10% uplift according to this test. And the confidence interval, 95%, which means we are 95% confident that the actual increase in this events, in in-app purchases, for this campaign, somewhere between 8% and 12%. So sometimes one of the frequently asked questions for incrementality, yes, it's a counterfactual analysis, but does that mean this campaign budget increase or starting a new campaign, does that also have an impact on other marketing channels? Is there this halo effect? We don't know with incrementality test, right? And now, marketing mix modeling is coming into play to help us to find out that. And MMM is the missing piece of the measurement puzzle, right? Because it offers 360 marketing strategy by taking into account several different factors. Non-attributed channels, influencer marketing, which we believe sometimes it might not be the last engagement channel, right? Influencer marketing or connected TV. And you can even incorporate offline ad spend. And we will be also considering all different external factors making an impact on the results, like holidays, seasonality, competitor behavior, how they are spending their marketing budget, or channel saturation. Sometimes increasing your marketing budget doesn't mean that you are going to scale up, right? What if the channel is saturated? You are not going to get much. So combining marketing mix modeling with this existing attribution models, it will give you this comprehensive overview, because MMM provides this top-down view of marketing performance. But it can lack the granularity this deterministic and probabilistic data can provide. And blending approach will be revealing these interdependencies between channels. We are talking about this halo effect. Like for instance, if you are increasing your YouTube spend, does that boost TikTok effectiveness? So MMM marketing mix modeling, it will help you to understand this interdependencies between channels. So to wrap it up, this aggregated, anonymized, and delayed data, it's becoming the norm nowadays. So it demands a changed approach. And this changed approach will be including three different components. Attribution, in the short term, it will be your single source of truth and helping you this optimizing your campaigns down to the most granular level, to the creative level, to understand the effectiveness of marketing strategy. But in the midterm, we will be testing these new channels, new markets, new campaigns to find out if there is organic cannibalization or if there is a genuine ROI here, if there is an incremental uplift. And MMM will be the perfect pairing for long-term strategic planning. You can forecast your best budget allocation, what is the ideal way to allocate your marketing budget, including offline spend. So are we ready to embrace this feature of mobile measurement? Thank you for joining me today. If you would like to have a conversation, we will be here all day. We would like to talk. We will be happy to talk to you. You can scan it from here. We are on the second floor. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I believe we still have some time. Do we? Any questions?
Hi, thank you. Maybe a question related to incrementality measurement. So, what are the various approaches that can be done to do so? And maybe what's the best one that suits the framework in 3 steps that you've defined? So just how to measure incrementality efficiently and with the fewest hassle.
So incrementality, this is also something we are working on, right? So you can create a test and we can deliver results like in literally 10 minutes. But make it a part of your marketing strategy, it should be an always-on marketing strategy. Because you will be making some changes and you would like to test it out. If they're really working out, right? Maybe you are increasing your marketing budget, maybe you are decreasing your marketing budget, and you want to understand more if there is any negative impact. Or maybe you are getting into new regions and you're activating new channels. The way we analyze incrementality, it also depends which marketing channels you are working with. If we are talking about Apple search ads or search ads in general, right? If you're seeing organic cannibalization, probably you are not going to stop that marketing campaign, because it's the risk you're taking in order to save and secure your audience, so that your competitors, they cannot just go activate the campaign and poach your users. But how they are taking actions and how we can create actionable items with this incrementality test, depending on how much organic cannibalization you are seeing or how much incremental uplift you are seeing. You can create new metrics, new cost per install metrics, new cost per purchase metrics. You can calculate new ROAS metrics. If you are seeing this incremental uplift, maybe you would like to give more credit for that channel. If you are seeing organic cannibalization, instead of giving full credit, maybe you can multiply with 0.6, 0.7, depending on this organic cannibalization ratio. So if you want to discuss in detail, maybe later on you can stop by our booth and we can discuss your use case.
Hi there, thanks for the session. My question is with regard to the models that are being used. Like, predominantly, this is based on scan measurement and scan being the norm. But the paradigms are potentially shifting because we have probabilistic measurement becoming prevalent, and Google opening up the possibilities there with essentially endorsing fingerprinting late last year. Do these models work with a probabilistic setup?
Yeah, definitely. Deterministic and probabilistic attribution, it's still part of our daily lives, and it will give us this real-time data we can continue optimizing towards. But it doesn't mean that we are not going to run incrementality tests. It's completely different. It's a different use case. So probabilistic, it was an example. Let's say we are seeing 500 installs. Doesn't matter if it's coming from deterministic or probabilistic attribution. But are they cannibalizing organic traffic, or are they really bringing this value? Incrementality test will be the answer. And marketing mix modeling, in the long term, it will be analyzing, regardless of what attribution methodology we are relying on, they are analyzing all different kind of channels, all your marketing budget. It doesn't matter where you're spending. And ultimately, it will be providing you with what is the ideal budget allocation here, depending on install or target activity. So maybe in a way you are allocating your budget based on this incrementality test results, but since MMM is considering different external factors like market saturation or channel saturation, for instance, so it might give you more insights. And you can still do some A/B tests just to validate this MMM models, marketing mix modeling.
Do you have one or two example advertisers who are employing this framework now today, or do you think
yes,
are close there?
There are big gaming companies which I cannot disclose their names, but yeah, they started using this MMM incrementality as an always-on project. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining.